To do a treble crochet, we're going to start with a slip knot. And then we will make a chain. Then we are going to skip the first, second, and third chain from our hook and start working in this fourth chain. When we work in the fourth chain, before we insert our hook, we're going to yarn over twice. So what that means is we're going to wrap the hook with our yarn 1, 2 times. Once we have that yarn wrapped around our hook 2 times, we will then insert our hook into that fourth chain from our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through just those first 2, yarn over, pull through those second 2, and then yarn over and pull through those last 2. When we do this, these extra chains and that loop that we pull through, all those extra chains will count as our first stitch, because this treble crochet with how tall it is and this chain with how tall it is both look very similar to each other. So we go ahead and count that as 1 stitch, and then this first one we made as our second stitch. After that, we find our next chain here, and we can work our next treble crochet. So we'll yarn over twice again. So wrap 1, 2 times, insert our hook into that chain, yarn over, pull that loop just through that chain. Make sure we're still pushing back onto our hook. Then we yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2 again. Then yarn over and pull through 2 one more time. We can see now we've got what looks like 3 tall stitches. We then find our next chain and just repeat. Yarn over twice, insert into our chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And just keep going until you have treble crocheted into every chain across. Once you have created all of your treble crochets, you count each one, including that chain at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 stitches, so I'll have 10 stitches on my next row. To do my next row, I will go ahead and turn my work so that I'm going the same direction I was going before. To begin my row, I'm going to create another chain, just like this tall one that I did on the first row, to act as my first stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since this chain counts as our first stitch, we're not going to work in the top of the first stitch of the row. Instead, we will start by working in the second stitch. So the second stitch will have this opening here, where the V of our stitch is on top, and we've got one little loop of yarn down here, offset by a column of our stitch. So we will then do our treble crochet here by yarning over twice, inserting it into that gap at the top of that second stitch, making sure we're going under both loops of the V on top. Pull up our loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So a treble crochet basically acts like a stack of 3 single crochets. In this case, you would pull through 2 here, that would be 1. You would pull through 2 here, that would be 2. Pull through 2 here, that would be 3. And you just keep going until you reach the end. Our last stitch is going to be this long chain that was at the beginning. Sometimes it can be a bit tight here at the top, so sometimes I'll go ahead and work in the one next to that, or if I really want to, try to loosen this up. You still go ahead, wrap twice, go into whatever chain you want to go into at the top of this long chain here. Yarn over, pull up our loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and you have just completed your second row of treble crochets. Then you just repeat everything we just did on this second row for your third row and beyond. And that is how you do a treble crochet.